Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to the honorable lecturer, mem teacher, and my dear friend. Here I am to deliver a short, persuasive speech, which has a topic. As a student, should we stop economic bubble? Tell me, what a student doesn't want to learn while investing? If we as a student are interested in investing, especially property investment, then we must learn economic history. For example, in 2008, a financial crisis occurred in the United States. This crisis also had a significant impact on the global conditions. This crisis occurred because of an economic bubble. Economic bubble. Have you heard the economic bubble before? Economic bubble is an economic cycle in which the value of an object increases rapidly. In this case, the object is property or asset, like a bubble that is blown too fast to get bigger that will eventually push. In other words, the initially high price of an asset or property can suddenly plunge into free fall or even lose its value altogether. John Keynes once mentioned in Phenomenon on his book entitled The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money. According to Keynes, humans have a tendency to consume everything emotionally. One of them is to buy something that is trending and then hope the price of the item rises quite a lot and for a long time. In fact, this habit also has the potential to burst economic bubbles. Thus, as educated and literate students, we must prevent, minimize, and not follow trends that can cause an economic bubble. So, as a student who have been educated, have broad insight, and can think critically, so that we can determine the good and bad things. We must minimize, prevent, and even stop trends that are busy and hits that can create economic bubble factors. The point that I will share is problem. Economic bubble do not just happen. There are stages in the emergency of this phenomenon, including first, displacement. The initial stage begins with the investor interest in investing in instruments that they see a potential profitable. This is usually influenced by technological developments, government policies, low interest rates, and like. As a result, many people flock to invest in these opportunities. Second, boom, boom. The next process is the boom. The high interest in an object make the price rise quickly. This condition is considered to have a guaranteed profit, considering that the price continue to rise. Third, euphoria. The next stage of the bubble economy is a people competing to follow the trend of investing and purchasing objects with the lure of guaranteed profit as the price continue to rise. In the euphoria phase, the price of objects affected by the bubble economy will rise as high as possible due to the overwhelming demand. And the fourth, profit taking. The next cycle is profit taking, where investors sell their asset for profit. In this phase, There will be many suddenly rich people due to extraordinary profit from investment objects. However, this wealth is only experienced a few, as a majority of the people continue to hoard assets in the hope of becoming richer in the future. And the fifth, panic. The last stage of a bubble economy is when the price of an asset drops dramatically because many investors sell their assets and make them worth less. Finally, massive loss occur as the asset becomes worthless and lose interest. And the example of economic bubbles are the Lohan Fish economic bubble phenomenon in 2002 to 2005, the Aki economy bubble phenomenon in 2014 to 2016, and furthermore, the economic bubble phenomenon among teenagers, namely the trend of green clothes for it, which make many people wear the same shirt color, which is say green, that has occurred in Indonesia. And the second point is the solution to prevent, minimize, and stop economic bubbles. So, how do you overcome a bubble economy? Some of these ways that can be tried. The first is to choose a fixed and long-term investment object. Choose an investment object that feels familiar and suits your needs. Avoid just following people when investing, especially if you don't understand how to invest in that field. The second is to learn tips on how to invest smartly but safely. If this is your first time investing, learn some tips on how you invest smartly but safely. Indeed, we must be willing to take risks. However, you should prepare enough reserve in case your first investment fails. And the third is to avoid buying on trend and relying solely on market speculation. Most buyers will just follow trends without thinking about the long-term effects or emotional buyers. Moreover, if you are not an economist, avoid relying on market speculation. In essence, investing is about taking risks. If done smartly by sticking to safe limits, risk can be minimized and it's possible to make a profit. And the third point is the benefit of preventing, minimizing, and stopping economic bubbles. Firstly, not prone to FOMO, fear of missing out, or the fear of feeling left behind for not keeping up with something new or trending. Secondly, avoid investment instruments with too big profit. And the third, not following market speculation when making financial decisions so as to generate profit in the long run. In conclusion, a bubble economy is a very dangerous and potential harmful condition. To encourage from the problem or stages that I have described, the key to avoid an economic bubble is to choose a fixed and long-term investment object by not following market speculation, to learn tips on how to invest smartly but safely with a steady profit, and to avoid buying on trends that cause FOMO, fear of missing out. So, as a student who are educated, broad-minded, and critical thinkers, let's be smart about buying things that don't follow trends or bring up FOMO. Let's prevent, minimize, and even stop economic bubbles. Be smart students. This is my persuasive speech about as a student shall we stop economic bubbles. Hopefully my speech can be useful for us as a students who are educated, broad-minded, and critical thinkers. That's all and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.